When it comes to attraction, first impressions are everything. Did you know that research suggests we form judgments about others in less than a second? That's right, in just 100 milliseconds, we decide if we find someone appealing or not. But what exactly influences these rapid reactions? Psychological studies, like those conducted by Princeton University, have shown that factors like facial symmetry, skin tone, and even warmth of expression play critical roles in our snap decisions about attraction. For instance, facial symmetry is often perceived as a marker of genetic fitness and health, making symmetrical individuals more appealing. On the other hand, educators at the University of Illinois discovered that attractiveness also hinges on nonverbal cues such as eye contact and smiles. A genuine smile can increase perceived attractiveness significantly. But it's not just about looks. Personality traits associated with warmth and approachability are perceived as attractive, too. These traits create an instant connection, establishing trust and comfort. All this highlights the complex interplay of biology and psychology in attraction. Consider this: in a speed dating experiment, researchers at the University of California found that people often choose potential partners based on superficial traits, yet when they reflect on their preferred choices later, personality took precedence. This brings us to a critical question: how do we balance the instincts shaped by biological impulses with the deeper, more meaningful attributes we desire in partners? Through stories of couples who highlight the contrast between their initial attraction and the love that blossomed through shared interests, we see how factors like kindness and stability often prevail. In the end, while first impressions matter, it's the depth of connection and understanding that keeps attraction alive. This premise sets the stage for our next exploration into the world of body language and its vital role in attraction. How do our bodies communicate what our lips sometimes don't? Stay tuned as we dive deeper into Chapter 2. Have you ever noticed how some people just seem to light up a room without saying a word? This magnetic presence is often due to body language, a powerful form of nonverbal communication that significantly affects attraction. Studies show that nearly 93% of our communication is nonverbal, and this includes everything from posture and gestures to facial expressions and eye contact. Body language can either signal interest or disinterest. It's all about the nuances. For example, leaning slightly towards someone can indicate attraction, while crossed arms may suggest defensiveness or disengagement. Moreover, behaviors like mirroring, subtly mimicking the gestures or posture of someone you're attracted to, can enhance feelings of rapport and connection. A study from the University of California, Los Angeles found that people who engage in mirroring are often perceived as more attractive. This phenomenon can even be observed in couples who have been together for a long time, as they often start to adopt each other's mannerisms unconsciously. Beyond gestures, eye contact plays a crucial role too. A powerful gaze can create intimacy and connection, leading to heightened attraction. Research published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that maintaining eye contact with someone can increase feelings of affection and attraction. But there's a fine line: too much eye contact can create discomfort, so balance is key. But how does this translate in real life? Consider the story of Sarah and Tom. When they first met at a mutual friend's party, Tom's open posture and consistent eye contact conveyed interest, while Sarah's shy smile and blush showed her attraction. Their dance of body language created an invisible thread that pulled them together. Their connection illustrates how body language can foster attraction faster than words ever could. But what happens when body language misfires? Misinterpretations can lead to awkward situations. Join us as we explore this in Chapter 3, where we'll delve into the complexities of attraction and the influence of personal and cultural backgrounds. Culture shapes our perceptions of beauty and attraction in profound ways. What one society venerates, another might dismiss. For instance, a study highlighted in the International Journal of Intercultural Relations revealed that Western cultures often prioritize youth and physical attractiveness, while many Eastern cultures value traits like family loyalty and social harmony more highly in the realm of attraction. In Mexico, family values play a significant role in relationships. Research shows that individuals seeking partners often emphasize the importance of family ties, whereas in Scandinavian countries, the emphasis may lean more towards individual achievements and equality in relationships. These cultural distinctions shape the very essence of what we find attractive in each other. Here's a striking example. Consider the love stories that diverge from societal norms, such as interracial relationships. A study by the Pew Research Center highlighted the rising acceptance of interracial couples in many countries, yet they often face unique challenges rooted in cultural perceptions. These couples navigate not only their personal connection but also the weight of societal expectations and views. Research also indicates that personal background, upbringing, experiences, and even trauma can heavily influence our attraction patterns. For instance, people who grew up in loving, supportive households often seek partners that replicate this nurturing environment, while those with tumultuous backgrounds may gravitate towards familiarity, whether positive or negative. These dynamics are powerfully illustrated in Angela's story. After leaving an abusive relationship, Angela faced the challenge of redefining what she found attractive. It was only after extensive self-reflection and therapy that she began to understand her attraction patterns were rooted in her past experiences. This journey of self-discovery highlights how understanding our backgrounds can lead to healthier relationship choices. As we explore further, we unravel how external factors like social media also impact our attractions and relationships. How does the digital world influence our perceptions of beauty and desirability? Join us in Chapter 4 as we uncover the digital dilemma surrounding attraction. In today's world, social media has redefined how we perceive attraction. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok often showcase curated lives filled with seemingly perfect relationships and unattainable beauty standards. But what are the psychological effects of this digital landscape? A study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found a strong correlation between social media use and body image dissatisfaction. Constant exposure to idealized images can lead to a distorted perception of reality, causing individuals to feel inadequate or unattractive. Moreover, this can create a cascading effect on the dating landscape, as individuals may feel pressured to conform to these standards. Consider the profound impact of dating apps like Tinder. Users are often judged within seconds based solely on a profile picture. Research indicates that attractiveness in this context is often linked to popularity, as users are more likely to swipe right on profiles that have more likes. This phenomenon creates a popular kids dynamic reminiscent of high school, leaving many feeling overlooked or undervalued. The question arises, how does this influence our standards of attraction? Studies show that individuals often adjust their expectations based on what they see online, leading to a cycle of comparison that can erode self-esteem. The emotional toll of social media extends beyond self-perception. Cyberbullying and negative comments can dismantle confidence, further complicating the dating landscape. Here's a striking example. Sarah, a successful young professional, felt the weight of social media's standards weighing on her. After receiving hurtful comments about her appearance, she retreated from dating, believing she wasn't attractive enough. This is an all too common story in today's digitally driven world. As we peel back the layers of this digital dilemma, we begin to understand the ways technology can hinder authentic connections. Next, we will explore how to navigate this landscape of attraction, looking into the ways we can cultivate self-acceptance and build genuine relationships beyond the screen. Join us in Chapter 5, where we will explore self-acceptance and its critical role in attraction. As we navigate the complexities of attraction, one pivotal aspect becomes clear: self-acceptance. How we perceive ourselves profoundly impacts how others perceive us. When we hold confidence in who we are, we radiate an energy that draws others in. Research by the University of Sydney suggests that those who exhibit high levels of self-acceptance are often viewed as more attractive. This self-assurance translates into body language, speech, and overall demeanor, making individuals more approachable. In many ways, attraction is a mirror reflecting not just our physical traits but our self-image. A particularly compelling narrative is that of Mike, who struggled with body image issues for years. After engaging in self-reflective practices and therapy, he learned to embrace his individuality. As Mike grew more comfortable in his skin, he noticed a significant shift in how others interacted with him. Friends, family, and even potential partners began to respond differently. This illustrates the profound connection between self-acceptance and external validation. Confidence can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more we believe in ourselves, the more others will, too. Further emphasizing this notion, studies from the University of California showed that partners who exhibit self-acceptance tend to engage in healthier relationship dynamics. They communicate better, resolve conflicts more effectively, and are generally more satisfied in their relationships. However, self-acceptance doesn't equate to complacency. It allows individuals to acknowledge areas for growth without self-judgment. This balance empowers personal development and enhances attraction simultaneously. But what are the roadblocks to achieving this self-acceptance? Many face societal pressures that dictate how we should look and behave. Understanding these influences can lead to a more authentic self-view. As we wrap up this chapter, consider the ongoing journey toward embracing your true self. In our next chapter, we will explore how mutual respect and understanding foster lasting attraction, paving the way for deeper connections. Have you ever felt an instant connection with someone, as if a magnetic force pulled you toward them? This phenomenon is often attributed to what scientists call chemistry. But what does that mean, and how does it play a role in attraction? In this chapter, we will delve into the science behind chemistry, focusing on biological, psychological, and social factors. Research shows that physical chemistry is heavily influenced by biological signals, such as pheromones. Pheromones are chemical signals secreted by individuals, which can trigger responses in others. A groundbreaking study conducted by Klaus Wedekind in 1995 demonstrated this by having participants smell t-shirts worn by others. The results revealed that women preferred the scent of men whose immune system genes were different from their own, which could enhance offspring health. This suggests that attraction is not just about visual cues but is deeply rooted in our biology. Additionally, research by Helen Fisher, a biological anthropologist, identifies 3 brain systems involved in love and attraction: lust, attraction, and attachment. Lust is driven by sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen, while attraction activates dopamine and norepinephrine, creating feelings of euphoria. Lastly, attachment is associated with oxytocin and vasopressin, which foster long-term bonds. Understanding this triangle can illuminate why we are drawn to certain individuals on both temporary and permanent levels. Moreover, a study conducted at the University of Toronto found that physical touch increases attraction. The research indicated that even subtle touches can elevate feelings of closeness and intimacy. Participants who engaged in mutual physical touch, like holding hands or a gentle touch on the arm, reported significantly higher levels of attraction. This reveals the potency of physical interaction in building chemistry. Lastly, we cannot overlook the role of shared experiences and environments, which can also influence chemistry. Individuals who embark on thrilling activities together, like rock climbing or skydiving, tend to feel a heightened sense of attraction due to the release of adrenaline. As they face challenges together, their brains release dopamine, leading to strong emotional bonds. This highlights that attraction can also be cultivated and nurtured in shared adventures. In summary, the chemistry of attraction is a complex interplay of biological, psychological, and social factors. By understanding these dimensions, we empower ourselves to engage more deeply with others. But how do we enhance this chemistry once it is sparked? Let's explore the art of flirtation in the next chapter, a skill that can amplify this initial attraction significantly. Flirtation is an intricate dance of social cues, behavior, and playfulness. But what does it truly mean to flirt? Far from being a mere game, it's a subtle yet powerful expression of attraction that can either build or destroy a connection. In this chapter, we'll dissect the anatomy of flirting to discover how it can enhance attraction. Psychologists suggest that flirtation can be divided into verbal and nonverbal communication. Nonverbal cues, such as eye contact, body language, and even facial expressions, can convey a wealth of information, often more than words can. For instance, studies show that prolonged eye contact can significantly increase feelings of intimacy. In one research session, participants who maintained eye contact for 2 minutes reported feeling more connected to their partner than those who avoided it. Furthermore, body language plays a crucial role. Open postures, leaning in, and mirroring each other's movements can signal interest and warmth. An interesting study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology illustrated that people who mimicked each other's actions or speech patterns experienced heightened attraction. This phenomenon, known as the chameleon effect, indicates that being perceived as similar tangibly enhances attraction. Next, let's dive into the verbal aspect of flirtation. Humor is a powerful tool. It can create a relaxed environment and diffuse anxiety. A study by the University of Kansas found that individuals perceived as funny are more likely to attract potential partners. This is because humor signals intelligence and social competence, which are desirable traits. However, humor is subjective. Knowing your audience can maximize its effectiveness. Genuine compliments also play a significant role in flirting. Research shows that sincerity is key. Compliments that focus on personality traits rather than just physical appearance are more impactful. For instance, rather than saying, "You have beautiful eyes," a compliment like "I admire your determination" can deepen the connection. When compliments resonate on a personal level, they show attentiveness and foster a sense of appreciation. In addition to these techniques, maintaining a playful spirit can transform ordinary interactions into flirty exchanges. Light teasing or playful banter can create tension that excites attraction. However, the line between playful and offensive can be thin. It's essential to gauge the other person's reactions and adjust accordingly. Flirtation should feel enjoyable, not uncomfortable. In closing, flirting is an art that combines verbal and nonverbal cues, humor, and a playful demeanor. Mastering this skill can enhance attraction, making connections more intimate and exciting. But once you've engaged in flirtation, how do you progress towards a deeper relationship? The next chapter will explore the complexities of romantic relationships and how attraction evolves over time. As relationships progress, attraction can evolve in profound ways. It may start with intense physical chemistry, but true connection often develops over time, transitioning from attraction to deep emotional and intellectual bonds. In this chapter, we will investigate how attraction transforms within the context of romantic relationships. Initially, attraction is often characterized by physical allure. Couples may be drawn together by charm, looks, or magnetism. However, as relationships deepen, psychological factors come into play. Research indicates that partners often begin to appreciate shared values, interests, and emotional support. A study published in the journal Social Psychological and Personality Science highlighted that deeper emotional intimacy significantly enhances relationship satisfaction over time. Interestingly, attraction can also ebb and flow. The initial spark may dim, leading some couples to question their compatibility. However, this dip doesn't necessarily signify the end. In fact, maintaining attraction requires effort and commitment. Experts recommend engaging in new shared experiences to reignite that initial passion. Think about trips, hobbies, or even classes together. These activities help couples reconnect and become invested in each other's growth. Additionally, communication is vital for sustaining attraction. Open dialogues about desires, needs, and boundaries can create a stronger emotional connection. A revealing study from the University of Oregon found that couples who practiced active listening reported higher satisfaction in their relationships. Essentially, feeling heard fosters emotional intimacy that can enhance attraction. But relationships can also face challenges that test attraction. Conflicts, stressors, and external pressures can create barriers. Understanding and empathy become essential during these times. Couples who navigate challenges together often emerge stronger, as the shared experience fosters resilience and deeper connections. This aligns with the attachment theory, which suggests that secure attachment styles contribute positively to long-term relationships. In summary, the evolution of attraction within romantic relationships is a dynamic process. Though physical attraction may spark initial interest, the deeper emotional and intellectual connections sustain and enrich the relationship over time. As we explore the complexities of attraction, what role do societal norms and expectations play? The next chapter will shed light on broader cultural influences on attraction and relationships. Culture plays a significant role in shaping our perceptions of attraction. From the standards of beauty to the expectations in romantic relationships, cultural narratives can either enhance or hinder our understanding of attraction. In this chapter, we will examine how cultural contexts shape attraction across different societies. For instance, while Western societies often emphasize youth and physical appearance, many cultures prioritize personality traits and the role of community in relationships. In many Eastern cultures, family opinions significantly influence romantic choices, contrasting with the Western ideal of individual autonomy when choosing partners. This disparity highlights how cultural expectations can shape our dating behaviors and preferences. Furthermore, beauty standards differ immensely across cultures. In some societies, heavier body types are considered attractive, as they signify wealth and prosperity. Meanwhile, in Western cultures, slimmer figures are often celebrated. A study from the International Journal of Eating Disorders indicated that such contrasting standards can lead to different body image perceptions and, subsequently, affect individuals' dating lives in profound ways. In addition, language also plays a role in attraction. Certain words or phrases are perceived differently across cultures, impacting how attraction is communicated. For example, in some cultures, direct compliments might be seen as inappropriate or forward, while in others, they might be appreciated. Understanding these nuances can help individuals navigate cross-cultural romantic encounters with greater sensitivity and wisdom. Moreover, cultural narratives about love and attraction are deeply embedded in folklore and media. Movies, books, and songs shape our expectations and ideals. The portrayal of relationships in romantic films often sets unrealistic standards that can create pressures on individuals and couples. A report by the American Psychological Association revealed that media representation significantly impacts self-esteem and perceptions of love. In summary, cultural influences on attraction are profound, affecting how we perceive beauty, interact in relationships, and understand love. As we've examined the intricate layers of attraction through biological, psychological, and cultural lenses, we arrive at our final chapter, where we will explore how to cultivate authentic connections and foster lasting attraction with others. As we reach the final chapter, the question remains, how can we cultivate authentic connections that enhance attraction? Moving beyond superficial interactions, cultivating genuine relationships requires intentionality and vulnerability. Let's explore some strategies to foster meaningful connections with others. First and foremost, authenticity is vital. Being genuine allows individuals to connect on a deeper level. This means being open about your values, beliefs, and emotions. A study from the University of California emphasizes that individuals who express vulnerability in conversations foster deeper connections and attract like-minded partners. When you show your true self, it invites others to do the same, creating a safe space for emotional engagement. Next, active listening is an essential skill. When you engage in conversations, show genuine interest in the other person's thoughts and feelings. Research shows that active listening can enhance relational satisfaction significantly. By focusing on the other person, asking questions, and validating their emotions, you demonstrate that you value them, nurturing feelings of attraction. Building trust is another cornerstone of fostering attraction. Trust is established through consistency, honesty, and reliability. When partners know they can rely on each other, the emotional bond deepens. A study by the Journal of Marriage and Family found that trust is a predictor of relationship longevity, highlighting its role in sustaining attraction over time. Moreover, engaging in shared passions can enhance attraction. When couples or friends participate in activities they both enjoy, they create lasting memories and emotional connections. This could be exploring new hobbies, traveling, or even volunteering together. Shared experiences can strengthen bonds and create a deeper appreciation for one another. Lastly, fostering a positive environment around relationships can attract partners who align with your values. Surrounding yourself with supportive friends and family can reinforce positive beliefs about relationships. This offers a conducive atmosphere for attraction to flourish, as optimism and encouragement can be infectious, making individuals more appealing. In conclusion, attraction is a multifaceted journey that extends beyond surface-level appeal. By cultivating authenticity, practicing active listening, building trust, engaging in shared experiences, and creating a positive environment, you can foster meaningful connections that enrich your life. As we conclude this exploration of the psychology of attraction, remember that the most profound connections often stem from genuine engagement and understanding. The journey of attraction is a dance we all partake in, inviting us to connect deeply, love freely, and embrace one another fully. Love and attraction intertwine in complex ways that researchers have been unraveling for decades. We often think of love as a singular emotion, but it's much more nuanced. The psychologist John Bowlby introduced the attachment theory, suggesting that our early relationships with caregivers shape how we bond with romantic partners later in life. This theory divides attachment styles into 4 categories: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. Each style influences how we approach relationships, how we express love, and importantly, how we perceive attraction. For instance, individuals with a secure attachment style often attract partners easily due to their confidence and ability to communicate their needs effectively. They are comfortable with intimacy and independence, making them appealing to others. In stark contrast, those with an anxious attachment style may come off as overly clingy or insecure, which can inadvertently push potential partners away. Research conducted by Dr. Philip Shaver and Dr. Mario Mikulincer in 2003 revealed that attachment styles significantly affect romantic relationships. They found that securely attached individuals were more likely to experience satisfying relationships and had healthier views on love. They also noted that anxious individuals often engage in behaviors that create tension or conflict, all rooted in their fear of rejection. For example, imagine Sarah, who experienced inconsistent love from her parents. Now, as an adult, she finds herself constantly checking her partner's phone for messages, not because she doesn't trust him, but because she fears abandonment. In contrast, consider Jake, who had a nurturing upbringing. He approaches relationships with an open heart and trusts his partner's commitment. This dynamic creates a positive feedback loop that not only benefits Jake but also his partner's sense of security. Furthermore, understanding your own attachment style can give you valuable insights into your approach to attraction. Are you someone who seeks to bond quickly, or do you prefer to keep your distance? Identifying these patterns can empower you to break harmful cycles and foster healthier connections. As we explore this chapter, we'll delve into various attachment styles with real-life case studies and understanding their implications for attraction and love. The surprising truth is that love is not merely a feeling but a complex interplay of psychological factors, and by understanding our attachment styles, we can enhance our relationships. Next, we will uncover how love can evolve over time and how it impacts our ongoing attraction to partners throughout different stages of life. Laughter is often said to be the best medicine, but did you know it also plays a significant role in attraction? studies indicate that humor can be a powerful catalyst for romantic interest, creating bonds between individuals faster than many other traits. A study by evolutionary psychologists at the University of Kansas revealed that individuals who use humor are often perceived as more attractive. But why is that? First, let's consider the psychological implications of humor. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins, our brain's natural feel-good chemical. This creates a sense of happiness and relaxation in those around us. Imagine you're on a date with someone who makes you laugh. Each chuckle breaks down social barriers and increases your comfort level with them. But it's not just about making jokes, it's also about how humor reveals deeper personality traits. Humorous individuals often possess intelligence, creativity, and social awareness. For instance, during a speed dating study, participants rated those who utilized humor higher than those who did not. Humor signifies social acuity. It reflects an ability to navigate conversations, understand context, and connect with others on a deeper emotional level. In fact, one of the most cited studies on this topic, conducted by Dr. Jeffrey Hall, found that individuals who make each other laugh develop stronger connections. Take the story of Lisa and Mark, two college students. Their initial connection was established over shared laughter during a casual encounter in a coffee shop. Mark cracked a joke about their shared struggle with a particularly difficult professor, and Lisa responded with laughter. This moment sparked an instant attraction that developed into a deep relationship. Interestingly, over their year-long relationship, the humor they shared became a lifeline during tough times, further strengthening their bond. However, not all humor is created equal. The dynamics of humor can vary greatly depending on context, personality types, and individual preferences. Positive humor, like playful teasing, can enhance attraction, while negative humor, like sarcasm or self-deprecation, can undermine it. Understanding these nuances is vital for those looking to leverage humor as a form of attraction. As we probe deeper into this chapter, we'll examine different types of humor, how they impact attraction, and share anecdotes of couples whose relationships flourished through shared laughter. The intricate link between laughter and attraction goes beyond mere amusement. It taps into our psychological framework of connection and compatibility. How will this profound understanding of humor reshape your approach to relationships? Dressing well or grooming oneself is often associated with vanity, but the psychology behind personal grooming and fashion plays a vital role in attraction that is too significant to overlook. First impressions are often formed within seconds, and our appearance speaks volumes about us before we even say a word. The research conducted by Dr. Albert Mehrabian highlights that a staggering 55% of first impressions come from physical appearance. This isn't just about looking good, it's about signaling traits such as health, status, and individuality. Consider this: well-groomed individuals are frequently perceived as more reliable and professional. The psychology of appearance can lead to a phenomenon called the halo effect, where people attribute positive qualities to someone based solely on their looks. For instance, a person who dresses impeccably might be assumed to be more intelligent or capable than they actually are. But there's a fine line between grooming for self-presentation and becoming trapped in societal standards of beauty. Take the case of Julia, a marketing executive. While Julia always dressed sharply for her meetings, she struggled with her self-esteem because she felt her worth was tied to her appearance. When she learned to appreciate her own unique features and embraced her style, what followed was a remarkable boost in her self-confidence. This change reflected in her interactions with others, making her more approachable and attractive. Interestingly, studies show that when individuals feel good in their own skin, it enhances their attractiveness, not just through physical appearance but through an aura of confidence. Moreover, fashion is an expression of identity. It tells a story about who we are and our values. Fashion psychologist Dr. Carolyn Mayer notes that colors, styles, and cuts can evoke emotional responses and influence how others react to us. The choice of clothing can signal openness, creativity, or stability, affecting our social interactions profoundly. In this chapter, we'll explore various grooming practices, fashion choices, and how they impact attraction. We'll delve into personal anecdotes and explore the psychology of why certain styles resonate with us, creating attraction even before a word is uttered. How does our self-presentation affect our confidence and the perceptions of those around us? Prepare to uncover the transformative power of personal grooming and fashion in the intricacies of human attraction as we continue this journey into the psychology that shapes our lives and our connections. Confidence is one of the most magnetic traits a person can possess. Studies have shown that people are drawn to individuals exuding self-assuredness. But, what does it mean to be confident? And how can we cultivate this essential quality in ourselves? According to a 2011 study published in the journal Psychological Science, individuals perceived as confident tend to be rated as more attractive. It's fascinating to think about how much our self-perception influences how others see us. Think of a person you know who is not conventionally attractive but has an aura of confidence. You may find yourself inexplicably drawn to them. They could light up a room not because of their looks, but because of the energy they project. Now, let's delve deeper into the science behind confidence and attraction. When we talk about confidence, we must acknowledge its dual nature. There's self-confidence, the belief in one's abilities and judgment, and social confidence, the ease with which one interacts with others. Both types play pivotal roles in attraction. A compelling example can be seen in dating contexts. Have you ever noticed that when someone approaches you with confidence, your initial response tends to be more positive? This isn't just in your head. Research has shown that confidence can evoke a sense of safety and assurance, making others feel more at ease. Interestingly, a person's posture can significantly alter perceptions of their confidence. According to Amy Cuddy's TED Talk on body language, adopting an open posture can not only make you appear more confident to others but can also change how you feel about yourself. This is sometimes referred to as the power pose phenomenon. Think about how you would approach someone if you were standing tall with your shoulders back, compared to hunched over with your arms crossed. The former radiates openness and confidence, while the latter suggests insecurity. A story that encapsulates the significance of confidence comes from a well-known experiment conducted by researchers at the University of California, Los Angeles. Participants were shown videos of the same person conversing with two different levels of confidence. In one video, the individual seemed shy and uncertain; in the other, they appeared poised and engaged. The findings were striking. Participants perceived the confident individual as more attractive, even when the visual and verbal content was identical. This brings us to the question, how can we develop confidence in ourselves? One of the most effective strategies is through practice. Start by setting small, achievable goals that push you out of your comfort zone. Whether it's initiating a conversation with a stranger, speaking up in a meeting, or simply making eye contact, each success will build your confidence incrementally. Additionally, self-compassion plays a crucial role. Understanding that everyone makes mistakes and that perfection is not required allows you to embrace your authentic self without fear of judgment. In a more practical sense, preparing for social interactions can also bolster confidence. This can mean rehearsing topics of conversation, dressing the part, and approaching social situations with a mindset that prioritizes connection over judgment. The crucial takeaway is that confidence is not static; it can be cultivated, practiced, and perfected. As you become more confident in yourself, you will find that others begin to mirror that confidence back to you, creating a powerful feedback loop of attraction. In conclusion, confidence is not just about self-assuredness. It's about how we present ourselves and engage with those around us. It creates a magnetic pull that attracts others, often overshadowing traditional standards of attractiveness. So, the next time you find yourself in a social setting, remember that confidence may just be your most attractive accessory. Have you ever felt an instant connection with someone over a shared experience? Maybe it was a mutual love for a particular band, a shared hike that led to hours of conversation, or surviving the same awkward situation at a wedding. These shared experiences can be incredibly potent in establishing attraction, and science backs this up. This phenomenon is often referred to as the mere exposure effect, which suggests that people tend to develop a preference for things merely because they are familiar with them. Essentially, the more we are exposed to someone, the more we may come to like them, especially if positive emotions are attached to those interactions. Consider an example from the world of dating. When two individuals embark on an adventurous date, like rock climbing or cooking a meal together, they create a shared narrative that can enhance their bond. The excitement and adrenaline of the activity can heighten emotional responses, leading to a phenomenon called misattribution of arousal. This is where the physiological arousal caused by excitement is misinterpreted as attraction. A study conducted by Dutton and Aaron in the 1970s highlighted this concept beautifully. The researchers set up two scenarios, one in which participants crossed a high, shaky bridge and another that crossed a stable, lower bridge. Those who crossed the high bridge were more likely to contact a female interviewer afterward, attributing their heightened heart rate and nervousness to romantic attraction instead of fear. This concept of shared experiences extends beyond romantic contexts and into friendships and social connections, too. When individuals undergo challenges or adventures together, they build a sense of camaraderie that fosters attraction. Think about team sports. A group of individuals working towards a common goal creates not just teamwork but shared memories, challenges, and triumphs. The more they share these moments, the stronger their bond becomes. But how does this apply in day-to-day life? Look around you. Think about your friendships. Most likely, the bonds you cherish were built over moments of shared laughter, mutual support, or overcoming challenges together. This brings us to the importance of seeking opportunities for shared experiences. Whether in dating or friendships, creating memorable moments can solidify connections. Consider planning activities that encourage interaction and collaboration. Attend workshops, join clubs, or take classes that align with your interests. These settings encourage shared experiences that can lead to deeper connections. At the same time, it's crucial to be open to vulnerability. Sharing experiences is not solely about fun, it also involves sharing fears, failures, and joys. This emotional transparency fosters intimacy and understanding, elements critical in building attraction. For example, groups participating in support activities, such as group therapy or shared healing practices, often develop strong connections based on mutual understanding and empathy. This raw honesty can be incredibly attractive, as it showcases authenticity and the courage to be vulnerable. In conclusion, shared experiences are a powerful catalyst for attraction. They create bonds that go beyond mere physical appearances, tapping into our emotions and shared narratives. So, next time you find yourself in a social setting, consider how you can foster shared experiences. Invite someone to join you in an adventure, share a meal, or simply engage in heartfelt conversations. In doing so, you open the door to deeper connections and potentially meaningful relationships. Emotional intelligence, often abbreviated as EQ, is a term that has gained traction in both personal and professional realms. But how does this relate to attraction? Studies have shown that individuals with high emotional intelligence tend to be more attractive, not just in romantic settings but in friendships and professional relationships as well. Emotional intelligence consists of the ability to identify, understand, manage, and utilize emotions effectively. This includes not only one's own emotions but also the emotions of others. This leads us to our first question: why is emotional intelligence so attractive? One striking reason is that emotionally intelligent individuals tend to foster more meaningful connections. They are often better communicators, able to express their thoughts and feelings clearly, while also being attentive to the emotions of others. This attentiveness creates a sense of safety and understanding, making others feel valued and appreciated. In a dating context, this can mean being able to engage in deep conversations, ask insightful questions, and genuinely listen, which are all qualities that draw people in. Consider a study published in the journal Personality and Individual Differences that found a strong correlation between emotional intelligence and relationship satisfaction. Participants reported that their partner's emotional intelligence played a critical role in their attraction to them. Importantly, this ability to connect emotionally isn't just beneficial in romantic relationships, it extends to friendships and professional environments as well. Take, for instance, a workplace scenario. A leader with high emotional intelligence can inspire and motivate their team, creating a culture of trust and collaboration. This can enhance personal connections among team members, further fostering attraction. Just think about your own workplace. Do you find yourself drawn to colleagues who understand your needs, empathize with your struggles, and support your goals? This dynamic can create a magnetism that goes beyond mere professional obligations. Additionally, emotionally intelligent individuals are skilled at managing conflict. Instead of shying away from disagreements, they address them with grace and understanding. This ability not only creates healthier interactions but also builds respect and admiration, essential components of attraction. Imagine being in a relationship where both partners can discuss their disagreements openly, leading to mutual understanding rather than resentment. This level of communication fosters a deep sense of connection and admiration. Another interesting aspect of emotional intelligence is its link to vulnerability. Emotionally intelligent people understand the value of vulnerability in relationships. They know that showing their true selves can create intimacy and connection. Consider Brené Brown's research on vulnerability and how it correlates with meaningful connections. When individuals can share their authentic selves without fear of judgment, it fosters a sense of trust that can be incredibly attractive. This vulnerability can manifest as openness in sharing past experiences, fears, or even aspirations. Moreover, cultivating emotional intelligence is a lifelong process. It includes self-reflection, active listening, and being present in conversations. Start by practicing empathy. This can mean actively putting yourself in someone else's shoes and understanding their feelings without judgment. Take time to reflect on your emotional responses, recognizing how they influence your interactions with others. Engage in discussions that challenge you to understand different perspectives. Over time, these practices will enhance your emotional intelligence, making you more attractive in both personal and professional relationships. In conclusion, emotional intelligence plays a significant role in attraction. It creates deeper connections and opens pathways for vulnerability and understanding. So, whether you're looking for love or wanting to build meaningful friendships, consider investing in your emotional intelligence. The rewards are endless, and the connections you cultivate could change your life. Confidence is often highlighted as one of the most attractive traits a person can have. But what does it really mean to be confident? It goes beyond just self-assuredness. Confidence radiates through body language, tone of voice, and even the way someone interacts with others. Studies by psychologists like Amy Cuddy have shown that even simple power poses can increase not just how others perceive you, but also how you perceive yourself. Feeling confident can actually change your hormone levels, decreasing cortisol, the stress hormone, and increasing testosterone. Take the example of a study conducted at the University of California, where researchers had participants watch videos of people who were demonstrating high confidence versus low confidence during social interactions. The results were clear. Individuals perceived as confident were rated as more attractive, intelligent, and capable. This shining light on the significance of confidence opens up the conversation about how to cultivate it. But how do we build confidence from the ground up? It starts with self-acceptance and an understanding of one's unique value. Practices such as positive affirmations, setting small achievable goals, and surrounding ourselves with supportive people can gradually help strengthen our self-image. Consider the story of a young woman, Sarah, who struggled with social anxiety. By engaging in public speaking workshops, seeking feedback, and practicing self-compassion, she transformed her self-image over the course of a year. She became more comfortable with herself, and consequently, her relationship prospects began to flourish. Moreover, research indicates that the perception of confidence is often tied to one's body language. People who make eye contact and maintain open postures are often viewed as more attractive. A classic study by social psychologists found that subjects who practiced open body language were not only perceived as more attractive but also reported feeling more attractive. This creates a feedback loop: the more we feel attractive, the more we behave confidently, and the more attractive we appear to others. By delving into the neuroscience of attraction, we discover that confidence also plays a role in the brain's reward system. When someone experiences attraction, their brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure. Thus, when we act confidently, we trigger our reward pathways, creating a positive cycle that enhances our attraction to others. The implications are clear: confidence isn't just an attractive trait, it's a powerful tool that can be cultivated and leveraged in various aspects of life, including romantic relationships. However, it's essential to recognize that confidence should be genuine rather than a facade. Individuals often sense inauthenticity, which can diminish attraction rather than enhance it. To foster genuine confidence, we must accept our flaws and embrace our imperfections. This journey of self-discovery allows for a deeper and more authentic connection with others. In the realm of dating, confidence can often overshadow traditional markers of attraction, such as physical appearance. For numerous individuals, it isn't solely about looks, it's about how someone carries themselves. As we explore this theme further, we must remember that confidence manifests in many forms, from kindness and assertiveness to humor and warmth. It's about striking a balance between feeling secure in our identity while remaining open to growth and change. As we delve deeper into the psychological aspects of confidence and attraction, it becomes clear that this trait is multifaceted and deeply embedded in our interactions. Could it be possible that your next successful relationship hinges on a deeper understanding of your own confidence? The answer may surprise you as we explore the next chapter. Shared experiences can play a pivotal role in the psychology of attraction. The bonds that are formed through common experiences often serve as the foundation for deeper connections. But what is it about experiencing something together that heightens attraction? It turns out, the science behind this is fascinating. Research shows that shared experiences, whether thrilling, mundane, or even challenging, can create a sense of camaraderie. This phenomenon is often referred to as the misattribution of arousal. When two people face stimulating experiences, like riding a roller coaster or hiking a challenging trail, their adrenaline levels rise. This physiological arousal can create feelings that are misinterpreted as romantic attraction. For example, a study conducted by Dutton and Aaron in the 1970s involved a suspension bridge that participants had to cross. Those who crossed the bridge and encountered an attractive researcher afterward were much more likely to ask her out than those who interacted with her after crossing a stable bridge. The adrenaline from the fear of crossing the suspension bridge heightened their emotional response, which they mistakenly attributed to attraction toward the researcher. This study illustrates a compelling interplay between excitement and attraction. But it's not just about adrenaline. Shared experiences can also create shared memories. These memories serve as the glue that bonds people together, creating emotional intimacy. Think about the concept of nostalgia. When we look back on moments that we enjoyed with others, those experiences can rekindle feelings of warmth and attraction. Consider a couple who traveled together, experiencing new cultures and cuisine. Each shared meal or adventure builds layers to their history, making their bond stronger. In the realm of romantic relationships, those couples who engage in activities together report higher satisfaction levels and deeper connections. Couples therapy often emphasizes creating shared experiences to strengthen relationships. One such exercise involves couples engaging in novel activities together, whether it's cooking classes, dance lessons, or even traveling to new places. This fresh experience forces couples out of their comfort zones, fostering a shared sense of adventure that can reignite attraction. Furthermore, these shared experiences often create opportunities for vulnerability. When we face challenges together, we allow ourselves to be seen in ways that we might not in everyday scenarios. The vulnerability fostered through shared challenges can create a powerful emotional bond that amplifies attraction. For instance, in a study of couples who experienced disasters together, those who shared the ordeal reported higher levels of love and connection afterward. The struggle had united them and forged a bond that made them more attractive to one another. But what happens when shared experiences are absent? Would that mean attraction is impossible? Not necessarily. However, it does suggest that the foundation of attraction can deepen when shared history is built over time. For example, individuals in long-distance relationships often report the value of shared virtual experiences, like watching movies together or playing online games, which provide a sense of togetherness. As technology evolves, cultivating shared experiences has also adapted, showing us that connection is possible even from afar. Reflect on your life. How many relationships have flourished through shared experiences? The next time you engage in an activity, whether solo or with someone you're interested in, consider the potential of that moment to build attraction. The right experiences can serve as the spark that lights the flame of deeper connections. But what if these shared experiences could also transform your perception of attraction itself? Let's unravel that in our next chapter. Emotional intelligence, often abbreviated as EI or EQ, refers to our ability to understand, use, and manage our emotions effectively. This skill plays a significant role in attraction and interpersonal relationships. But how does emotional intelligence actually influence attraction? Let's delve into the nuances of this profound psychological concept. Individuals with high emotional intelligence are often more adept at recognizing and appropriately responding to the emotions of others. This creates a sense of connection and understanding that is incredibly attractive. For example, a person who actively listens and empathizes during a conversation can make the other individual feel validated and understood. Such encounters foster intimacy, allowing attraction to bloom. Take the case of John, an introverted young man who struggled to connect with others. He realized that he needed to develop his emotional intelligence to establish meaningful relationships. By engaging in mindfulness practices and seeking feedback from friends, he learned to recognize social cues and respond accordingly. His newfound ability to understand emotions not only improved his relationships but also made him more attractive to potential partners. Moreover, emotionally intelligent individuals tend to handle conflicts more effectively, which further reinforces attraction. Research shows that couples who navigate disagreements with empathy and understanding, rather than hostility, are not only happier but also tend to be more attracted to each other. Emotional intelligence enables partners to feel safe discussing difficult topics, which deepens their emotional connection. This is crucial in romantic relationships where vulnerability is often key to attraction. In addition to fostering connection, emotional intelligence influences how we perceive others. People with high EQ often have a greater capacity for kindness, which is universally regarded as an attractive trait. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals ranked kindness as one of the most important attributes when searching for a partner. When we engage with someone who shows empathy and kindness, they become exponentially more attractive in our eyes. Emotional intelligence also feeds into self-regulation, helping individuals manage their own emotions effectively. This ability can prevent emotional outbursts that can scare off potential partners. For instance, a person who can navigate their feelings of jealousy or insecurity without projecting negativity onto others creates a nurturing environment where attraction can thrive. Furthermore, as we examine emotional intelligence through the lens of attraction, we must acknowledge that it's about authenticity. People who are emotionally intelligent are often more genuine in their interactions. This authenticity is magnetic. Those who present themselves authentically, without pretense, foster attraction because they create a sense of safety for others. It's this realness that strikes a chord deep within us, indicating that we can trust and be vulnerable with them. As we unfold the layers of emotional intelligence in attraction, we must also recognize that it is a skill we can develop. Training ourselves to enhance our emotional awareness, practice empathy, and respond thoughtfully can enhance our relationships. It invites meaningful dialogues and creates deeper connections with others. Could it be that understanding ourselves emotionally is the key to unlocking the attraction we seek? The next chapter might just hold the answers you're looking for. In the world of attraction, nonverbal cues often speak louder than words. Research shows that up to 93% of communication is nonverbal, which includes body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. These cues can significantly impact how attractive we feel someone is. Consider the power of a simple smile. A study published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology found that individuals who smile are often perceived as more attractive and approachable. But what exactly makes a smile so powerful? It's not just about the act itself, but also about the emotions it conveys: warmth, friendliness, and openness. It's this complex interplay between biology and psychology that shapes attraction. For instance, take a look at the phenomenon known as mirroring. When we unconsciously mimic the body language of another person, it creates a sense of connection and rapport. A study conducted by researchers at the University of California found that couples who engaged in mirroring were perceived as more attractive to each other. This suggests that attraction is not merely about physical appearance, it's also about how we engage with one another on a deeper level. Similarly, eye contact plays a crucial role in attraction. When two people maintain eye contact, it signals interest and intimacy. According to a study published in the journal Nature, people who maintain eye contact during conversations increase the level of attraction. Think about how it feels when someone locks eyes with you in a crowded room. It's almost electric, isn't it? Let's not forget the importance of personal space. Different cultures have varying norms surrounding physical distance during interactions. In some cultures, closeness signifies warmth and connection, while in others, it can feel invasive. Understanding these nuances can significantly enhance our ability to connect with others. A fascinating study conducted by the University of Kent revealed that people who respected personal space boundaries were viewed as more attractive. In summary, the science of nonverbal cues demonstrates that attraction is rooted in our biological and social instincts. Understanding these cues can enhance your attractiveness significantly, giving you the tools to navigate relationships more effectively. As we delve deeper into attraction's complexities, we'll explore how factors like emotional intelligence and vulnerability can further enhance our connections with others. Rejection is a universal experience that we all encounter at some point in our lives, especially in the realm of attraction. Most people fear rejection. It can sting, hurt, and sometimes make us question our worth. However, rejection also offers valuable lessons that can lead to personal growth. When faced with rejection, our initial instinct is often to retreat. But what if, instead, we leaned into the discomfort? Studies from the University of Illinois indicate that those who handle rejection with resilience develop a greater sense of self-acceptance. In fact, people who embrace rejection often find new avenues for connection, leading to deeper relationships in the future. One powerful way to navigate rejection is through reframing the experience. Instead of